Do you love silly stories for kids? Why not consider joining our family? You can even get a very special message from one of your favourite Silly Stories for Kids characters. Head over to the website to find out more. It's your support that helps us to continue to make exciting stories and more crazy content.
Did somebody say crazy?
Oh, Pimpin, no. One day, 4 little kids named Brody, Owen, Brian and Megan were all at their nonna's. Now, today was a very special day because they were making pasta. The kids were working with their nonna and were getting all the ingredients ready. "Where's the flour?" said their nonna. I'm not too sure, hang on." They were looking around but they couldn't find the flour anywhere. "I found this bag of flour," said Brian as he pulled one out. "Oh, I haven't seen that bag before," said their nonna. "Oh well, I guess it'll work." So they measured out all the ingredients and tipped it in and did lots and lots of mixing. Then they started to feed it into the pasta machine and were winding and winding and winding. And the pasta started coming out the other side. "Look at it," said Brody. "It looks fantastic." "Oh, I can't wait to eat it," said Megan. "Me either," said Ryan. "I love pasta," said Owen. They continued to work together and made more and more pasta until there was lots and lots, enough to feed the entire family. "All right," said Nonna, "I think it's time to chuck it in the boiling water so that we can get it ready to eat."
Did she just say she was going to eat us?
"Who said that?" said Brody. "It wasn't me," said Owen. "Wasn't me," said Ryan.
I'm pretty sure she did. She said something about throwing us in boiling water and then eating us.
"Where is that talking coming from?" said Nonna. Over here, I think," said Megan, pointing at the bowl of pasta. "What do you mean it's coming from the bowl of pasta?" said Brody. "That's not possible."
You're not possible.
said one of the pieces of pasta. What?" said Brody. The pasta stood up and looked at her.
Nobody is going to be eating us.
How is this happening?" said Owen. "I don't know," said Ryan.
I know. You're in big trouble now,
said the pasta, as more and more of the pasta started to stand up.
You say that you're going to eat us? Well, we declare war.
"War?" said Megan. "What do you mean?"
Right, boys, off we go.
And the pasta all jumped up out of the bowl and started running off the kitchen bench. What just happened?" said Nonna. "I don't know," said Owen. "The pasta was yelling at us, then it stood up and ran away." Well, maybe we'll just make more pasta then," said Nonna. She turned around to go back to cooking, and as she did, she got hit in the back of the head with a tomato. "Which one of you kids threw that tomato?" she said as she turned around. "It wasn't us."
Right, boys, attack,
yelled a voice from the distance. And next, a carrot came flying across the kitchen and hit Owen right in the chest. "Ow! The pasta's throwing food at us." "What?" said Nonna. "It is. Look." She turned around and they could see there were bits of pasta everywhere right round the kitchen, collecting things and getting ready to throw. "Take cover," yelled Brody. All the kids dove down behind the kitchen bench as the pasta started throwing whatever it could find from around the kitchen. There were utensils flying through the air and plates and bowls and plastic cups. "Ow!" said Ryan as he got bopped on the head by a plastic cup. "Nonna, what do we do?" "I don't know," said Nonna. "I'm out of here." She raced off out of the kitchen and dove into her bedroom and locked the door.
"Nonna!"
yelled out Brody. "You kids will be right, just work it out yourselves," called out Nonna. "Oh dear."
Right, boys, we're running out of ammunition. Let's take this to the backyard,
yelled the pasta, and all the bits of pasta started racing out the kitchen and ran into the backyard. "What do we do?" said Brody. "I don't know," said Owen. "I think we need to fight back," said Ryan. "Fight back?" said Megan. "How are we going to do that?" "Well, first of all, I think we need some shields." So all the kids started looking around the kitchen. They found a saucepan lid each to use as a shield. "Now we've got some defenses. I think we need some things to throw. What can we find?" They looked around and looked until eventually they found... "Look how many eggs Nonno's chickens have been making," said Ryan. "That looks perfect," said Brody. So the kids grabbed all the eggs that they could hold and walked towards the back door with their shields. As they got to the back door, they tried to peek outside. "Can anybody see the pasta?" "No, can't see it anywhere." I think it's safe to go out. Let's go." The kids all stepped outside, being very, very cautious. And as they got to the edge of the deck, Ow, said Ryan as he was hit by a lemon. They're at the lemon tree! Fire, boys! Yelled the pastor, and lemons started sailing from all directions. Ah! Yelled the kids. Lemons were flying and hitting them all left, right, and centre. Put up your shields! The kids all held up their shields to try and cover themselves, but the lemons kept hitting and hitting and hitting. Try throwing some eggs, yelled Brody. All right, so the kids started throwing the eggs that they had in every direction. They hit some of the pasture and it slowed it right down, but it wasn't enough to stop them all. Quick, retreat, yelled Owen, and the kids raced back inside and shut the door. What are we going to do? Said Megan. How are we going to stop them? Well, they are pasta, said Brody. Yeah, said Owen. What do you mean? Maybe if we cover them in pasta sauce? That's a great idea. But how are we going to cover them in pasta sauce? We could use the water guns. The water guns? Yeah, said Ryan. There's water guns in the toy room. That is a great idea. So the kids raced into the toy rooms and found the water guns. Then they took them back to the kitchen and collected all the pasta sauce that they could possibly find. They filled every water gun to the absolute brim and pumped them up ready to go. All right, said Brody. When we get outside, just start shooting. Any piece of pasta you see, cover it in pasta sauce. All right, said the kids. I think we can do this. Hang on. Ryan quickly raced around the kitchen and found every pair of Nonna and Nonno's sunglasses that he could find. Pop these on for safety. Oh, okay. So the kids all put on the sunglasses, and as they were getting ready to head outside, they heard a noise. The door opened. Attack! Yelled the pastor. It's too late! They're coming inside! Start shooting! As the pastor came pouring through the door, holding all kinds of things from the backyard, the kids started to shoot. There were lemons and pasta sauce and eggs and carrots flying through the air. The pastor even threw one of the deck chairs straight across the kitchen. Take cover! Yelled Ryan as he dove behind. The kids kept shooting and shooting and shooting. I need a refill! Yelled Megan. Ryan raced across with another tub of pasta sauce and tipped some more in. Keep firing! Ryan shot one of the pieces of pasta, and as he did, he noticed, hey, if we get it with the pasta sauce, it goes back to normal. Keep shooting! So the kids kept firing their water guns full of pasta sauce and completely covering all of the pasta. They got bit by bit, and slowly less things were flying around the lounge room. But the noise was tremendous. Some of the pasta realised what was happening and tried to duck behind the couch. All right, boys, this is our last stand. Be ready. Are we going to go down quietly? No, called out the pastor. We're going to go down in glory. Ready, boys? Charge! Yelled the pastor. And as he yelled, the bits of pasta picked up the couch from the lounge room and started charging in towards the kitchen. Hide! Yelled Brody. The kids all dove behind the kitchen bench as the couch came flying into the kitchen and landed on top of the bench. It smashed into pieces, but as it did, the kids all jumped up and shot the last pieces of pasta sauce until they were all back to normal pasta. The noise stopped, and the kids stood quietly. Is it over? Said Megan. I think so, said Ryan. I think we're safe, said Owen. We should go let Nonna know, said Brody. Okay. Megan went over and knocked on the door. Nonna, everything's back to normal now. Oh, thank goodness, said Nonna as she came out of her room. She walked in towards the kitchen and saw what had happened. She stopped. She couldn't say a word, for the mess was so enormous. Just then, their mum walked in the door. She looked around. Kids, what happened in here? Well, said Ryan, I don't think you'd believe us, even if we told you. And that is the end of the story. This story is brought to you by Sentient Spaghetti. If you want to turn your house into a battle zone, get yourself some Sentient Spaghetti for the most frantic food fight you will ever experience.
We hope that you're enjoying the Silly Stories for Kids. Head over to our website, www.sillystoriesforkids.com, for more information. This is from us at the Sentient Spaghetti Company.
And from me, Sam. We'll see you soon.